Now, generally speaking, most of the time it is going to be more beneficial to file jointly if you are a married couple. Now, every now and then it does make more sense to file separately, but you do lose access to some deductions and credits if you choose to do so. So, generally speaking, I would say like 90 or 95% of the time, I do advise my clients to file joint returns. Now, here's a funny story, and here is an instance where it isn't always beneficial to be filing jointly, and that's if you have a spouse that is not always truthful about money. So one time I was working with a married couple, and I live in Texas and so did this couple, and one of the very popular places to go if you want to go gambling is over to Louisiana. And one of the spouses went to Louisiana. They weren't supposed to be in Louisiana, by the way, and while they were there they went gambling and won a whole bunch of money. Well, they didn't report this on their tax return come tax season, and guess what? The IRS sent them a letter and the spouse ended up finding out. And because they filed a joint return, initially they were both on the hook for that tax liability. Now, there are certain things like innocent spouse relief that you can look into if a situation like this ever happens, but if you file a separate return in a situation like this, you would not be on the hook for that tax due on that income. But again, generally speaking, almost 9 times out of 10, it's almost always going to be better to file a joint return if you have the option, just because you would lose access to certain credits and deductions if you decide to file separately.